Hello, welcome everybody to Comedy Night at the Jukebox. My name is Joseph Corral. I hope everyone has been making their night spectacular today. If it's not, I'm about to make it a whole lot better for you. I'm gonna crack a couple jokes, and we're just gonna go ahead and chill out. Thank you for the applause. So, I just want to introduce myself again. My name is Joseph Corral. I have another comedian here. His name is Robert. We're gonna go ahead and just entertain you guys for about an hour, all right? So, welcome in everybody, welcome in. So, I've been going to the gym recently. I've been loving it a lot. I love hearing all the conversations at the gym, man. I love all those crazy guys who are into hitting the rear delt, the bronchialis, the pectorals, you know? Hey, you hear some crazy stuff, the medial lateralis. Nah, man, I'm sitting there, I'm just thinking, man, I might need some steroids or something after this. You know, I need to get big fast. I ain't got time to be hitting the medial lateralis. If it's too long to say, it's gonna be too long to work it out. Yeah, so, I mean, when it comes to the gym, I love going. The environment's great. You know, sometimes you get to meet people. You sit there for about an hour talking about how long you've been going to the gym and how much you've been upgrading your life. And wow, what a great thing to say. And always, oh yeah, man, you got it. You know, anytime you see me here, you just come on by. I'll spot you, whatever, you know. But man, some dude came up to me yesterday at the gym, man. I was in my zone, you know, because when I go to the gym, I'm hitting that puppy, you know. Deadlifts all day. And hey, but you know, if you come up to me deadlift, you might be a dead man, you know. So, so you know, he comes up to me, he's like, "Hey man, I haven't seen you in forever. I tell him, "Oh yeah, man, it's good seeing you. Good seeing you." You know, I almost kind of like was a little off put, you know, because I thought my aura, you know, was enough to keep everyone away from me. You know, I thought I was the biggest freak in the gym, the biggest muscle nerd, muscle freak. But sure enough, he wasn't afraid of the dog that had a bite, you know. Sure enough, he came by, he said, "Hey man, I've been doing good. I told him, "What do you do, man?" He said, "I flip burgers for a living, man." I told him, "Oh man, that's good for you, bro. I don't get paid to lift weights or anything, but I wish I did." And you know, it's funny how a guy who just kind of flips burgers all day will still remember you. You know, you think that he'd maybe get lost in the sauce, you know, the grease, and taking customers' orders all day. You know, maybe going to the gym is the last place you kind of want to be. You know, and then you have to be friendly at work to random people. Now you have to go up to people at the gym and go be friendly with them too. I'm just there with my headphones on, like trying to forget everything in the world. And talking about the world, I think we as a society should try going more to the gym, you know? I think every time I go to the gym, I leave in a happy state because I get to do all my yelling and my anger, you know? I'm the lunk alarm guy, you know? I set that thing off. Like I said, you know, that makes me happy. I get to be there with all my toxic masculine friends, and it's great. We get to yell, we get to let ourselves go for a second. And yeah, I mean, I genuinely believe that when you hit the gym, you know, you end up having a happier life, you know, and a happy society. A smiling society is a happy society, you know. If you can leave, everyone has a smile, and you can practically do whatever you want at the gym, you know. If you told someone, I'm gonna pull out 10 push-ups right now, you might owe them a couple dollars, but at least if it's at the gym, it's like, yeah, at least you're getting better for yourself, you know. Maybe you'll earn a couple dollars after your push-ups too, you know. So I think we also need to keep trying to improve a lot of ourselves in our society, you know. I know a lot of people. We tend to get political, you know. Comedy is a night to make fun of everything. You know, rest in peace, Beto O'Rourke did not make the list as a politician. Greg Abbott's still here. When it comes to hate, though, where's all the hate at? Come on. I gotta hear some boos, I gotta hear some yays. Who wanted Bethel to win? Yay, a couple of yays. Someone tell that boo. Who wanted Greg Abbott? Yeah, we got a couple of Greg Abbotts in the house. There you go. Go on your wheelchair, buddy. Spin around with him, Maybe you guys could do a couple laps together. Poor Greg Abbott, man. I feel bad for the guy that a tree fell on him, man.
Have you heard that one? I told him, hey, Beto O'Rourke doesn't stand for shit. He said, well, let's be fair. Neither does Greg Abbott.
I like that. That's a good one.
I like that one. Goddamn.
Well, poor guy, man. The guy has a vendetta for trees, man.
No.
Hey, man. At least him and Beto have something in common. Beto will probably kneel for the flag or something too, so it's okay. Neither of them can stand up for themselves. But comedy is a night to just kind of enjoy yourself. I don't know how many people have been to a comedy show before, but we tend to laugh at the bittersweetness in our lives, right? Man, Greg Abbott, he had a tree fall on him, and he said, I want a city ordinance on every tree chopped down if you're over the sidewalk. No more incidents like this ever again. And I feel bad for the squirrels. I've been going to school recently. There's a bunch of squirrels around campus, and I swear they're up to something, man. Every time I'm walking past the squirrels, I'm always hiding my nuts. I swear to God. They're going to go up there, they're going to reach for them, they're going to steal something, I swear. They're out there plotting something. They might be with the government. And I wonder if squirrels have political systems too, I wonder if there's Republican squirrels, liberal squirrels, centralist squirrels. And they're all around the college campus too, so I guess a lot of them are pretty liberal, They're all trying to get a better life for themselves, going back to feed their squirrel families. So, you gotta feel bad for the squirrels when Greg Abbott decided to cut down all those trees. And but I don't trust them, man. They're a little sneaky, man. They're sneaky as hell, I'll tell you that. But I'm always trying to get a picture of them, and, I think squirrels are some of God's most innocent creatures. All they do is they forage for nuts, and they come back to their loving families inside of their trees. I know at one time we must have been tree people, ourselves. We were probably chimpanzees swinging from vines, and now Greg Abbott wants to take away our vines, bring back vines. You know what I'm saying? I'm sure we bring back vines. I'm sure we used to be swinging on those vines down in the jungle, I wonder what's better, a long vine or a short vine? Which one gets you more momentum faster? It's like, I'm running down and I'm going in the downtown part of the jungle, it's real congested, too much foliage on the ground, the leaves are too long on the top of the trees, I can't see shit above me, these birds keep on flying and shitting over me. And when you're at the bottom, you're falling over all the logs and everything that's in front of you. We got to clean up the foliage, guys. God damn it, our jungle's a mess. We need less trees, and we need less leaves, and we need less foliage in our goddamn jungle. And no one's making an initiative on that today, are they? But I think another one of God's innocent creatures is. One of God's not innocent creatures is the chimpanzee, I'll tell you that. The chimpanzee is a ruthless animal, all right? That's why they call him king of the jungle, and the gorillas too, all right? You don't want to mess, or a spider monkey, Spider monkeys can fly with their tails, At least we evolved to drop the tail, At least we ain't got tails anymore, and we got the opposable thumb, And I think we're one of God's perfect creations, But another innocent creature is, we're also terrible. We're like the chimpanzee, We're awful. We will do anything. We will hurt people. We will make fun of them. We will do whatever we can to get one edge over them, We make terrible decisions with our city. We do terrible things, and we put other people in charge who are essentially supposed to be smarter and to make decisions for us, and that's never worked, It's hard enough that I want to wake up in the morning and decide what I want to wear. Now there's people telling me what I should and shouldn't do with my body, and what we're going to do with the city, and how we're going to change it and make it better. and 4 more years, and this is my country, or whatever, you know. But you know, how about like the cat is another savage animal, you know? Not so innocent, you know? The cat will pounce on an animal. You know, cats come from bigger animals. I think people forget that, you know? I wonder where the squirrel evolved from, you know? How did a squirrel get so small? You know, what about if squirrels could just fly everywhere, you know? Instead of foraging around, running around. You know, I think we have a lot of beta squirrels around, you know? Really the best genetic squirrel is the sugar glider, you know? That thing can fly around, you know? Climbs the top of the tree and it makes distance, you know? Ain't nobody catching a sugar glider. How do we have those as pets, you know? I don't get it. I don't get how people have sugar gliders as pets. Poor thing can't even fly around anymore. And you have it inside of a box in an aquarium, you know? You got cats running around catching mice for you. You know, why do I want to see a dead mouse? Why are you bringing me a dead mouse? That's disgusting. You know, at least, you know, a rat won't bring you anything, you know? A rat will not bring you anything besides its poop and its family into your house, and it'll eat up at your cardboard boxes and eat your cereal, you know? Same thing with the ants, you know? Ants are also colonial creatures, you know? They have a society too, you know? They go back, they have the soldier ants, your farmer ants, your collector ants, or queen ant, you know? But don't tell her anything about how she dressed, you know? If she asks you how her waist is looking, don't tell her anything, all right? She's having a lot of babies for the colony, okay? Leave her alone. She goes through enough already, you know? Give her more rights, you know? She's helping us out. Yeah, she's one of those girls from the gym, you know? I think that's what I look at when I'm going to the gym, and you know, those girls on the Stairmasters, you know? See a lot of queen ants, queen bees out there. You know, the bee is another beautiful creature compared to the ant, you know? Now, at least, you know, all bees fly, you know? At least the scary part of a bee is when it lands, because you never know if it's gonna fly at you, you know? The scariest thing from an ant is when it's crawling and suddenly it flies at you like a cucaracha, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, that's the last thing you ever want to see running around in your house is a cucaracha or a rat, you know? I like how we have animal traps for it too, you know? You know, I remember seeing the first time I ever saw a dead rat in a trap, and my mom made down the cheese for that sucker, you know what I'm saying? So, this guy, I mean, it wasn't like that YouTube video where that plane started lifting that thing up and doing push-up, the pull bar on it, you know what I'm saying? He wasn't hitting chest that day. Poor buddy got squished, he needed a spotter. You know what I'm saying? Ain't no rats going over to help him, you know? That's for sure. But, you know, talking about the colonies and talking about bees, you know, how Jerry Seinfeld always said, I'd want to be a bee, you know? First off, I would want to be a bee. Okay, if I can come back as any animal, a lot of people say, come back as a cat. I want to come back as a whale. I want to come back as a bird and fly free forever. I want to come back as a bee. First off, you know, just to make you your gears start grinding, bees get that too. But bees get honey, you know what I'm saying? Bees get an unlimited amount of honey. We get to go over, we get to pollinate some flowers, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, bees have it lucky, you know? We also have the queen bee, we all work for her, you know? These are beautiful animals, they live in matriarchies, you know? When was the last time a female leader did something good for us, you know what I'm saying? And, you know, it's always good to see a female leader because it's like, it's a good representation of my work life, you know? My boss is always a female and I hate it. You know, she's always talking down to me. She always says, like, you don't know what you're doing. You know, you need to come back inside here and have some more training, you know? And I don't mind it, you know? I don't mind it at all one bit, you know? We can play house all day, you know what I'm saying? Nah, I'm just messing with you. But that's what they do, you know? And it's annoying because it's like, you know, you work more for your company than the people that you actually serve, you know? But that's all right, you know? Like I said, I wouldn't want to tell the queen bee anything about her own business, you know what I'm saying? So, her own business. So, you know, I wouldn't mind working for a woman because I already do work for a woman, you know what I'm saying? Like, anytime I get a job, anytime I go apply somewhere, the manager is always a woman. The manager's always a woman. You know, I always have to try and talk to her. But the shittiest thing is like, when the manager's a guy, it's either a really nice laid-back guy and you're like, oh, I know I'm gonna get along with this bro. This dude is a total bro, he'll never fire me. or it's like a total stuck-up old boomer guy who's like, oh, you know, I used to wake up at 6 a.m. At 5 a.m. I used to go walking everywhere I worked. I used to walk. What happened? What happened? Why is there so many cars? I used to walk everywhere 5 miles down the runway, you know, and I'll never forget that they built that park down the way, and I was walking past that park every day for the rest of my life, and I never got out of the city, you know. So I prefer a woman as a female, you know, but women are scary, you know what I'm saying? That's why I say I wouldn't want to mess around with the queen bee, you know what I'm saying? Because the queen bee will probably kick my ass, you know. I don't know if you guys know anything, you know, on the segue of insects, you know. I don't know if any of you guys know anything about the praying mantis, you know? Yeah, the praying mantis. Woo! Yeah, the praying mantis. That's one of my favorite styles of karate. The praying mantis style. They had Bruce Lee had the leaping tiger and the dragon, and Jackie Chan had also the lion. You know, he had the crane. Well, mine is the praying mantis. I swear, man, because I wouldn't want to be caught anywhere dead near a female praying mantis if I was a guy praying mantis. All right. Now, first off, those things are scary by nature. All right, and that's why I say that women are scary. Okay, because when you look at a woman in her eyes, you never know what's going through them, you know what I'm saying? And when you look at a bug through their eyes, you never know what's going on either, you know what I'm saying? They're just lifeless eyes, you know? And you want to know what happens with a female praying mantis when she's ready to mate? She goes over to the male and eats his brains and lays babies into his neck and his brain and says, now my family can eat and we can live happily ever after without the dad, you know? And me, if I was a guy praying mantis, no thank you, I like fighting, I like hunting. Please leave me alone, do not come over and bother me. I'm not looking for a mate this year. I do not want to get my brains eaten out by a praying mantis with lifeless eyes just ready to mate. I'm not ready, I'm not single and mingle this year. I'm sorry, ladies, I'm sorry, everyone. But women are extremely scary, you know, they are the boss in my life, you know. They're the last people I want to deal with, I swear. And, you know, worst part is that you want to go out and you want to do something good with the kids. You know, sure, when you're a dad, you want to do stuff with, you know, I'm an uncle, you know, I want to go do fun stuff with my nieces. You know, I'm thankful that I don't have a wife, you know, because if I had a wife, you know, she'd probably want to eat my brains out too or something, you know. She's the real American psycho, you know. You know, that's why I say, you know, women are into like murder mysteries and stuff like that, you know. I don't hold it back against a woman if she ever wanted to kill me, you know. And I would be okay with it too, you know, because I'm no saint either, you know. Please, like, I don't know what's going on behind those eyes, you know. You tell me you love me, but you're probably plotting to kill me in my sleep the next day. Well, thanks everybody. That's all the time I got for you today. I gotta introduce my buddy Robert. Robert, come on over, buddy. So if you're not having been spectacular,